Hey everybody, this is Zach from MyShire Farm. Hopefully you can hear me. If you cannot, please let me know. And we are having major internet issues again, some bad weather this week. So I started a couple minutes early to get it all set up. So give me just a second here. Maybe. Again, if you're waiting, if you could, just hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. And then we will get started in just a second. There we go. And I think I am up. So, thank you for joining. This is our weekly live Q&A. So real quick, we're going to go over just some weekly news, I guess. I don't know. So first and foremost, we have a winner for our 18 and under contest. So what that is you can email myself or Jenna on the farm, and you have to be 18 years or younger, and then you'll just let us know why you want to start with quail, what you're going to do with it, what the goals are, things like that. And we pick a winner every month and introduce the winner at the beginning. The first Sunday of every month, we announce the winner, and that winner gets 60 free MyShire Farm hatching eggs, as well as a Wynola Ranch cage. We do this to inspire the youth and encourage self-sufficiency and entrepreneurship and things like that, so we're very excited about this contest. We do have a winner. The winner is Tyler Worley, 16-year-old from Austin, Texas. He was submitted on 7/7. He submitted the email on 7/7, and it was a great email, so thank you very much. Congratulations. So all you will need to do is email me back at zack@myshirefarm.com, and we will get the ball rolling on that. So congratulations. Again, just real quick, can someone hear me? Just want to make sure, because that would be a real bummer, because I have not read any comments yet. And then find out halfway down that you can't hear me at all. You can hear me? Yes? Okay, great. All right, awesome. All right, so the winner for the 18 and under contest was Tyler Worley. Congratulations. Second up, we put the Jumbo Wilds on the website yesterday at 1 p.m. I am still in the quail barn because it's been a long weekend. So I have not checked recently. I do believe that they are already sold out, which is nuts because I get quite a bit of eggs. So we will get that caught up as fast as possible for you. Our Jumbo Egyptians and Sex Links and Pansy Fees were put on the website on Monday, and I believe those are still available. The Jumbo White Wings are sold out, but I'm getting more eggs than what I counted. I recounted today and I missed a 1 somewhere. I don't know how that happened. So that should be on the website in about a week, but nothing will be added to the website this week. Yeah, we were sold out super fast. I apologize. I don't know how that happened. So I will get caught up as fast as possible. But the good news is the Jumbo White Wings, I'm getting quite a bit more than, almost double than what I thought. So I should be putting them back on next week. But I will give you an update on that on Sunday. Any other news? Yes, Katernik's Corner and I are not doing a live Q&A on Saturday. We've been doing a live Q&A on his channel the second Saturday of every month. We will not be doing it this week. I will be with him on the 18th instead. So we mixed that stuff around, and I think that is all the news I need to give you. So this is our live Q&A. If you have questions about Katernik's quail, if you've watched some videos and need more explanation, or just questions I have not answered, feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer. We are going to try to keep this down to about 45 minutes to an hour at best. I am rambling right now, but I'm just trying to get everything out. I think that's it. think that's it. All right, so we will get started. Nope, it's not it. I'm all over the place, sorry. So if this is the first time you've joined the live Q&A, the first thing you'll want to do is hit the like button. So that would be fun. Let's just try it all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Didn't go up at all. All right, that's fine. If you want to introduce yourself and let us know where you're from, I always shout that out. That's always a lot of fun. And also, if you've hatched out eggs this week from us, feel free to let us know what the hatch rate was and what they were. I will write them down on my trusty little piece of paper and transfer that over to the notes later. So that is all. Now I will get to your questions. Eugene, hello from Spring Valley Quail Farm, South Africa. Welcome. Thank you very much. I hope you guys are safe and healthy. Have a few questions tonight. Wonderful. Can I keep different ages of chicks in the same large brooder? Very good question. I don't think I've answered that before, at least on here. And we have the rule of thumb for a week. So if I just have, I try to hatch out every week. Sometimes I don't because we're maxed out on eggs or whatever the case may be. But I try to hatch out every week. Now, if I have like a custom hatch that someone didn't pick up or we had a much better hatch rate than what we planned, then I might have some eggs during the week hatch. If it's in the same week, we put them in the same group. So we have the week, a week long is what we do. We've done it before where they're 2 weeks and they've kind of been okay. Definitely don't 3 weeks. We tried that and that was a disaster. That was horrible mistake. So yeah, 1 week is our rule, 2 weeks if you want to push it, but that was a little scary. So yeah, great question. Rich says, hello. Heather Cole, hi everyone, Heather from Vermont. Question, I was given 3 female and 1 male celadon. Very cool. They're so small, can I set up a brooder cage with jumbos to increase their size in future generations? You can. Yes, for future generations you could. Celadons are very, very tricky. If it wasn't celadons, I'd say absolutely. But you definitely want the celadon male with the celadon hens to increase size, not the other way around. The male for celadon gene is extremely important. So again, 2 questions off the bat that were absolutely amazing. David from Idaho Falls, Idaho, welcome. Lori, hello from Eastern Washington. Thank you all thank you for all you do, and your family too. Thank you very much. Harold Bates, hey Zach, hello from Asheville, North Carolina. I just went on lockdown yesterday with 30 jumbo Egyptian eggs. I purchased from you, none pipped yet, so just waiting for the exciting part. Wonderful. I would expect tomorrow would be your day, so good luck and let us know how it goes next week. Buster says from Oklahoma, jumbo wilds will be 3 weeks old tomorrow. Awesome, congratulations, that's very exciting. Patrick from Sparta, Missouri is in the house. Con Tran from Texas got 25 white-winged jumbo eggs in incubator. 9 are going into lockdown. Wait. That's a little low. That's a little low. If you haven't yet, I would strongly suggest putting them all in there. 9 sounds very, very low. Yeah, I'd be very careful with that. I see not quite a bit. I see more than what I want to see. I'll put it that way. A lot of people that think they're candling and might not be right, and they don't put enough in. If you put an infertile egg into lockdown and you're not leaving it in there for more than 3 or 4 days, it doesn't hurt anything. So, I mean, obviously if they're fully clear, then that's one thing, but I would suggest putting everything into lockdown, to be honest with you. And it could just be, a test on candling. It could be, okay, well, I candled 30 of them and 25 are fertile and 5 are not, and then it hatch out, and maybe one of the ones that you didn't think were fertile hatched out, or 4 didn't hatch that you thought were fertile, and you open them up and go, oh, there was nothing in there. And so it can be a learning lesson like that. I would strongly recommend that. Kasumi Rose, hello. I hope I said that correctly. Kiki is in the house from Houston, Texas. Welcome. Kasumi, I think I said that right. I'm very sorry. From Western Tennessee. Val's Homestead from the UK. Welcome. I know it's very late there, so thank you for joining. Again, I'm going to say this a lot. I apologize, but if you could hit the like button for me, I would really appreciate it. That really supports our channel. Thank you very much. Carolyn from Parksburg, West Virginia is in the house. Welcome. Dustin, hello. Loving Life at Home from Washington State. Welcome. Rashun from Lake Charles. Rachel from Arkansas. Welcome. I just started raising quail. Wonderful. Good luck. And I hope our channel helps. Congratulations, Tyler. Again, if you just started or just joined, I'm all over the place. If you just joined, then Tyler Worley was our winner for the month of July for our 18 and under contest. So that's wonderful. Robert from Red Wing, Minnesota. 2 great hatches. Can't wait to see what the quail will look like in a few weeks. Wonderful. Congratulations. Can hear. Thank you very much. Here, yes. All right, Tyler Shepard. Hi from Lakeland, Georgia. Hatched 123 out of 240 mixed eggs this week. All right, that's 123 out of 140 mixed. Little low. Hopefully we can try to get that up next time for you. What are some alternative foods for quail other than bag store bought food? I am not really going to speak on that just because I don't have a lot of experience with it. I know a lot of supplements, mealworms and oyster shells and, snacks like cucumbers and anything that's not citrus. Things like that, but as far as I've always used feed from the mill, so I'm just not very familiar with answering that. I apologize. You sold out of Jumbo Wilds, yeah, I know. I think it was a little over 3 hours. I think I remember seeing the last order come in around 11 o'clock at night, I think, but I could be way off. It's been a long week, everybody. But yeah, they went fast. Alternative food, as in treats, are in the main diet. You are much better off just purchasing a commercial-made game bird feed for your birds. I agree with that. Again, it's my preference. I 100% agree. If you want to talk snacks, you can use anything from the garden, as long as it's not citrus, is what we recommend. Oyster shells and mealworms are a great way to increase protein or calcium. The oyster shells for calcium, the mealworms for protein. But as far as the main diet, buying bagged feed is the best way to go, in my opinion. What's the brief difference between jumbo quail and standard? Their size, well, a lot. I guess a brief difference, the main difference is their egg size and their weight at full maturity. But there's a lot of other stuff that go into it. The productivity is different. The length, the time span that they live and are productive is different. There's a lot of stuff. But those, I guess, would be the 2 main things. Hello from Washington. I'm studying genetics for a fair project next year. Do you know the genetics, even just dominant recessive, of the rare genes like pansy feed, grouse, snowy, and so on? Perhaps a future video. That is on the list. I will be doing that. And yes, we will be talking about that as well. Rachel Haynes says, I've been wanting some white. The jumbo whites will probably be another 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know what happened. I put the same quantity amount in as I did the jumbo wilds and the jumbo white wings and the jumbo Egyptians from last time, and everything else turned off like it was supposed to, and I don't know what happened to the whites, but we got majorly backed up. So that happened. Could you do a video on the pansy feed color? I will. It's actually on the list next. Yeah, next. Pearl, gold, pansy feed, and then fab feed. Yep. So the plan could change, but the plan this week is to do a video on the pansy feed color and the fab feed color. Hello from Lisbon, Ohio. Just gathered the eggs and got an egg in an egg. Very cool. I've seen that online a few times. I don't open very many eggs, so I have only seen that once here, but very, very cool. Live to fish, how do you clean quail eggs? I don't. We don't clean them. If we're eating them, then we just rinse them off in water. But we don't really rub them very much or anything like that. It's kind of like put them in the water and shake them a little bit. But yeah, we don't really do a lot of cleaning. GoPro says he's doing Gen-X videos. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. Number 8 like. Thank you very much. We are up to 52. Can we get to 100? Don't know. Hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. What do you think about the Little Giant incubator? I don't like to say because I don't have experience with them. I have a lot of customers that call and ask questions about Little Giants. I don't know if I don't think we've ever owned one. If somebody has Little Giant or used to have one, feel free to comment. Also, I would highly suggest you getting on Facebook, joining Newbie Quail Lovers Facebook group on there, and posting the question on there, and you probably would get a lot of feedback from people that actually have done that, or had that. Hi Zach, checking in from the northeast tip of Ohio, A. Jones. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for showing up. I hatched Pearl 2 weeks ago, 76% hatch rate. That is wonderful. And I don't even have to do math. Look at that. Thank you very much. Finally got Jumbo Wilds in order yesterday. Can't wait. Wonderful. I'm glad you got yours in. Hi Zach, will scalped to skull birds ever cover back to normal? Not fully normal, but you would be very surprised. They heal extremely quickly. Excuse me just a second. Sorry. They heal a lot quicker than what you would think. If you separate them within a week and a half, they're gonna start scabbing and covering it up. It depends on how bad it is. I've seen some where it's just like a little mark, you know, like you wouldn't even be able to notice. I've seen some that recover, but it still looks awful. So it just really depends on the severity of it. It's a good word. Samantha from Maine, welcome. I believe your eggs went out on Saturday. They did. Your SSCs went out on Saturday. I hope. I think. I'm pretty sure. What's up from California? Welcome. Horton Creek Garden says hi from New York. Just had an 8-hour power outage on the day of lockdown. After power return, the baiter was at 76 degrees. Let them ride and still had 15 out of 37 eggs hatched. Never give up. Wonderful. I was reading that very scaredly. I was scared to read it. I don't know. But that's a decent hatch, especially since it got down to 76 degrees. That's wonderful. And 8 hours during lockdown. That's great. You've got some strong quail. Congratulations. Is it normal to get... I don't know what that means. Samantha Trask, I think you asked a question, but I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. If you want to re-ask, I'd appreciate it. From Western Tennessee, pearls are 2 weeks old. Wonderful. Congratulations. Hello from Amherst, Wisconsin. I will be putting my Fab Fee and Jumbo White Wings on lockdown on Tuesday. How long is the latest you would let them hatch? Day 19, 20? It really depends on when they start to hatch. If your temperature and humidity is running perfectly, then they should start hatching. You might get maybe a few start to hatch, or pips at least, on the end of day 16. And then middle to end of day 17, you'll get a large burst. And then 18, you'll get a smaller burst. And then day 19, you'll get some stragglers. That's a perfect scenario. However, if they don't start hatching out until day 18, then that means there's something that's just a little bit off, which is fine. So that means you probably want to take them to day 20. So long story short, there's no reason to not leave them in there until day 21 or 22. I mean, I know a lot of people, like, once the first one hatch, they throw them all away after 24 hours. And I'm like, I don't agree with that. But to each their own. But, I mean, there's really nothing wrong with leaving the eggs that haven't hatched in there until day 21. I've left them in there till day 22 before. 21 is typically what I do. Very good question. Really great questions tonight, everybody. Thank you very much. Chris says, hey, Chris from Tampa, Florida. I'm new to quail hatching. I got some eggs from local farmer. Should I candle for cracks and or put eggs in water to see if they float prior to putting eggs into lockdown? I am... all right, I'm going to say two things first. One, these are my opinions. This is just what I have noticed, written down, researched, experienced in my quail business, in my experience with quail, right? So people like to do different things. Things work out for different people. That's completely fine. Such as a dry hatch. I've never done a dry hatch. I'm in the Midwest. I don't need to do a dry hatch. We're not very humid here. Dry hatch wouldn't work for me. I'm not very familiar with it. I know it, but I've never done it, right? So I'm not saying a dry hatch is bad. I know a customer of mine that's in Utah that had horrible hatch rates until she started dry hatching. And because it's so humid, that she started getting an 80, 90% hatch rate. She was getting a 20, 30% hatch rate, and I couldn't figure out why. Dry hatch works for her. It wouldn't work here. So things are different everywhere. People have different opinions, and that is okay. I think, honestly, not to like get on a high horse or anything, but I think we can all just take a lesson to just learn to agree to disagree sometimes, you know? So if you do something a little bit differently, or if I might answer a question a little bit more politically correct than what you would do, then, you know, let's just get along, you know? So that's first. Second, I already said it. So first was, these are my opinions, my experience. Second is, there's more than one way to skin a cat. I've said it before, I'll say it again. So, with that being said, I do not agree with the float test. I hate it. I hate it. I don't like it at all. I don't agree with it. I think it affects the eggs. You know, there's a coating on the eggs when they're laid to protect them from getting any viruses or anything. I feel that, you know, obviously if you wash an egg, you put it in water, you take like a washcloth and you wipe it off to clean it, right? All those speckles comes off, and it's a clear white egg. There's a lot of stuff protecting that egg. It's natural. So that's why I don't really like cleaning the eggs very much. Now, am I just gonna pick up an egg and lick it? No, I'm not gonna do that. But they're much more safe than what people give it credit for, okay? I feel like the float test, I don't know, in my mind, I just feel like it does more harm than good, in my opinion. So if you want a candle for cracks, yeah, I don't. I don't. I mean, I look for visible cracks, but I know of eggs that have just a little hairline fracture that I've put in, and they've hatched out great. So I'm just not, I don't know. if you want to do that and it makes you feel more comfortable, because I agree, if you put a rotten egg in there, it could explode. Completely understand that. I am on the same page with that. I would candle, but I am strongly against the float thing. And for some reason, the whole reason why I went on that rant is because I've seen a lot of people lately be doing the float test. I've seen numerous amounts of people doing the float test during the incubation process, like testing fertility. And I don't like it. I don't agree with it. So, but teach their own. So yeah, that would be my answer. So yeah, if you want to candle, you can candle, but I wouldn't recommend floating. Hello, my name, but again, I know, I'm sorry. Again, you see all this stuff online and you see all these other people doing it and you think that's, I get it. Hello, my name is Simon. What is the brief difference between standard and jumbo Coturnix quail? I would like to have some go neat and breeding. Huh. Different person, same question. Weird. Just a weird question. As far as getting it twice. Long story short, there's a lot of differences. Jumbo and standard, the main difference is the weight. So it's the size of the egg and the weight of the bird, but there's a lot of small factors as well, such as productivity, longevity, time span for productivity, reaching maturity faster. There's just a lot of small things, but the main thing would be the weight at full maturity. Oh, no sound? Can you guys hear me? I'll wait. Can you guys hear me? Maybe? Yes. You can't hear me? Okay. All right. I saw one that said I can't. Sound is gone. All right. My bad. All right. So yeah, Jumbos and standard would be, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, weight of full maturity and size of the egg. But again, there's a lot of small differences in there. Very good question, though. Hey, Zach, my kids and I love your channel. Thank you. You have definitely helped us be more self-sufficient. That is wonderful. Just curious, how did you get your start in quail? Thanks again for all your hard work. Well, so I'm trying to think of the way to say it. All right, so we moved the farm. Jenna really wanted to have a business on the farm. And so it wasn't the first, I forget what the first adventure was, but I think the second one was that she was making, yeah, I know, I'm working on it. I've slowed down. It's not just cold, I can't do the cold turkey thing. I never have been able to. I'm working on it. So she wanted to make her own soap. Really good at it, really cool designs, a lot of different styles and not flavor, smell, I don't know. I'm not a soap guy. I mean, I use soap. I don't, anyways. So that was doing okay, and I remember me and her went to a flea market, and we bought a booth for the weekend, and it was going okay, and it wasn't going great. She did really great, and it should have taken off. It just didn't. I don't know. I really liked the idea. I thought it was cool. She had cool little gift bag. It was really homesteady, and anyways. So we did that. Kind of was not making anything. And so she's like, well, okay, what about chickens? And I'm like, yeah, I hate chickens. So we were butchering chickens one day, and I looked at her. When we butcher, I'm the one that calls and then sculls, dips in the water, and then uses the plucker, and then I give it to them, and they cut it up and everything like that. And so it takes a lot out of me. And I turned around and I said, I hate chickens. Like, I hate them. I hate meat chickens. I don't want them. Can we please try something else? So she was looking to be more self-sufficient, something kind of like chickens, but not chickens. She came across quail. So we got Caturnix, bobwhites, chuckers, and pheasants all at the same time. Go big or go home, I guess. I was working full-time, and by full-time, 70, 80 hours a week. She started the business, set up, she set up a Facebook page, and she set up the website, and, put her ads on Craigslist and put her ads on the Facebook page and things like that, and was selling a couple here and there. And then the local business started for her, and she started selling all of her eggs, and she's like, well, I think I'm gonna increase and go double the size. And I said, great. So then I really had nothing to do with it until she got to like 200 quail, and she's like, I really think we can make something. She's like, I want you to get involved. And I was like, I don't know anything about quail. She's like, yeah, but I'm telling you, I think that there's something here. I said, okay. So we sat down and we talked, and the one kind of condition that I had was I didn't want to sell everything. I said, if we're going to do it, I want to be an expert in one thing. I don't want to raise bobwhites here and pheasants over here and chuckers here and Caturnix here. I just want to specialize in one thing. And she said, well, it's got to be Caturnix then. And I said, why? And at this point in time, I've helped her feed and water a couple times. Like, that's all that I had done. She just explained the self-sufficiency of it, the ease of it, how fast they grow compared to everything else. I mean, so many advantages. I'm like, I'm in. Like, she sold me like that. It was on Valentine's Day, 2016, maybe. I don't remember. So I started getting involved, and we just kept increasing, and then we started feeding and watering together, and so we had more time, so we decided to increase, and then we increased again, and then we kept selling out, and then years and years later, here we are. So I feel like I made that a very boring story. I apologize for that. In my head, it sounded a lot more fun, but yeah, that was pretty much it. I feel like that story was a big letdown. I apologize. I will come up next time you ask. I will lie and come up with this amazing story to not bore the crap out of you. I apologize. So Todd says, hey, Zach, went into lockdown today with the scarlets I got from you. That is great. Congratulations and good luck, and please keep us posted. Hi from Northeast Ohio, Rose Cold Rake Heather. Thank you very much for showing up. I appreciate it. Also, so yeah, when I mentioned there's a few videos that we talk about the history or stuff like that, but I've always said that Jenna's the founder and the starter of all this. I'm a type A personality. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I am. And Jenna is a low-key type A personality, and we work extremely well together. Like, when we're on the same page, dude, it's amazing. She is very shy, and I said, well, I think that we need to have more of a presence. So I'm going to tell the story more, because I think I can get your interest back. So just hold on. All right, here we go. Actually, nope, we're going to play the game now. So when we get 90 likes, I will tell the rest of the story, and I promise the second half of the story is a lot more fun than the first half. Because really the first half was not great. It was a lot better in person. Anyways, when we get to 90 likes, I will tell you the rest of the story, and it gets a lot better, I promise. Samantha Trask says, is it common to get some light brown white-winged pharaohs and some dark brown white-winged pharaohs? We got one that looks more like the Egyptian white-winged. I've seen that a couple times, but it is very, very random, which is why I did not put it in the video, because it's like happened twice out of all the ones I've hatched. So I thought it was a fluke. I couldn't tell. Definitely wasn't common. But yeah, I have seen that. It's just kind of weird. What level? Oh, not talking to me. You said my name right. Awesome. That is wonderful. I always stress about that. Also, another thing that I stress about is when you guys put like the abbreviation for the state that you're in. Like, I know it. I know that I know it. But I always get stressed out. Like, oh God, what's MI? Oh, what's MO? And I know it. It's just, I know I'm going to screw up one day because I just make a lot of mistakes. Just my words don't come out right sometimes. And so I always stress about that as well. But I'm glad I said it right. Again, I'm going to tell you the end of the story, which gets a lot better when we get 90 likes. So hit the like button for me. I'd appreciate it. Rhett from Illinois is here. Welcome. Matthew says, from Scotland. Very cool. 8 out of 12 hatched from my batch. That is wonderful. Congratulations. And I'm glad you were here. Let's see. Papin from Kissimmee, Florida. Welcome. I've been there. Nova Scotia is in the house. Welcome. Aylesford? I think it's Aylesford, Nova Scotia. I know it's Nova Scotia. Very cool. A lot of international people tonight. That is wonderful. Thank you very much for supporting our channel. By supporting the channel, you can hit that like button for me. And I've got a story for you when we get 90 likes. So, double bonus. Joshua says, hi Zach, just letting you know I put the eggs on lockdown yesterday. 3 have hatched today already and more are pipping. They are Egyptians and white-winged pharaohs. Awesome. Congratulations, Joshua, and good luck and keep me posted. Rich is back. Thank you very much for showing up. Let's see. What are the most popular bestseller colors besides everyone's Big Tasty Jumbos? Very good question. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I do collect eggs every day and do orders every day. So the pearls are a huge seller. The SSCs are a huge seller. The tuxedos are a huge seller, other than the jumbos. The jumbos obviously are top to top. Yeah, I don't know which one's first, SSCs or pearls. They're pretty close together. I feel like I get the same amount of orders for them, but I get the silvers and the pearls equal, but we only sell the 25 count of the pearls because they are rare, and I can do up to a 240 count easy on the SSCs in a day. So I get the same amount, but the SSCs I sell more in quantity wise. But as far as orders go, they're both pretty equal in popularity. Tuxedos would be a close second, and then I would say mix is up there. Either the variety choice on the website or the rare mix, and those are oof, I might sell more of those than anything else. I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of them. Yeah, those would be the top 4. I don't know why I don't know. That would be the top 4. Very good question. We need 2 more likes to tell the rest of the story. I hatched Pearl 2 weeks ago, 19 out of 26. Awesome, congratulations. 19 out of 26. Pearl. Good news. The 4-week-old hen who couldn't get her feet under her is healthy again. Very cool. I isolated her, and it took 2 full weeks for her to get better. I'm glad I waited long enough before harvesting her. That is wonderful. Kachernik's Corner is in the house. Like I said, we are not going to be doing a video this Saturday with Kachernik's Corner. We are doing it on the 18th, I believe. I think. I'm pretty sure. I think it's a Tuesday. He told me. I listened. I just don't remember. Hi, Zach. Eddie from Arkansas is in the house. Oh, I skipped one. Hello, Zach. Mike from Georgia, Dawsonville, Georgia. Welcome. I'm going to answer 3 more, and then I'm going to tell you the rest of the story, and then I will get to questions, and we'll start moving faster. Jesse from Boise, Idaho. When can the color of a chick be determined, assuming it's not possible to tell right at hatch? It really depends on your experience. I would say I'm about 80% on day 1 when it comes to like a rare mix. Like there's just some that look way too similar. For example, pearls and snowies, you really don't know for about 4 or 5 days. Like if you hatch out pearls and snowies, you have no idea, because they look identical. But jumbos and Egyptians look different, so you'd be able to tell the sex links right away. Fab fees have their, it depends on what you hatch. There's some that are very easy to tell on day 1 because they pretty much just look like a miniature adult, like what they would look like. And then there's some that just change colors, or like white is yellow when it's hatched. But the Italians, which are yellow when they grow up, are yellow when they're babies with stripes. So it's hard. But if you're not used to it, or you got a mixed batch or whatever, within 5 or 6 days, you'd be able to tell. Very good question. 2 more, and then I'll tell you the rest of the story. Do you have a suggestion for feeder that can hold a lot of feed without making a mess? I film my feeders every day and would be able to cut that down every 2 or 3 days if possible. Hit the like. Yes, hit the like button. I appreciate it. No, I don't. Papa has a video on our playlist, Papa Builder of Things, on our YouTube channel that shows you how he built our feeders, but we have a little plate underneath it, so pretty much they waste a lot of food, but then it goes into the little plate underneath, and then we take that plate and just dump it back in, so there's really no waste. But as far as making a feeder that has no waste, yeah, we haven't figured that out. But we're not wasting anymore, so that's a plus. Hello, Zach from Ontario, Canada. I love your videos. They are so informative. I just started raising quail this year. I've got round 2 in the incubator. Shh, don't tell my husband. Awesome. Congratulations. And I am very excited you are starting with quail, and good luck. All right, so I'm going to tell you the rest of the story. So I get involved, and I was kind of the marketing is what I was going to do. And she was going to take care of them. I was going to market it and sell them. She was going to ship them, and then, it'd be fun. Extra money on the side. And I got online on Facebook, and I joined some Facebook quail groups, and I didn't like, it's completely different now than when I started, I promise. 100% different, which is great. But I hated how people were being treated. A lot of, this is one of those times I have to be very political. A lot of people that were responding to questions, yeah, I'll say it that way. A lot of people that were responding to questions on the Facebook groups that did have the answers were being so rude about it. Like, okay, this was a big one back in the day. Long time ago. Again, this is not like it is now. Long time ago, it was somebody would post, I'm putting my eggs into lockdown. Do I put them in on day 14 or 15, and what the humidity should be? And then you would get 3 or 4 people that knew what they were doing respond with the right answer, but just demoralize them. Like, hey, how about you don't order eggs until you know what you're doing? Or if you don't know what you're doing, you have no business doing it. Or that's what's wrong with the business today, is people don't know what they're doing. I mean, just nonsense that just doesn't need to be said, like just rude. And I kept seeing it, and I kept, I was still new, I'm still trying to learn, I really didn't know much at the time. And And so I got with Jen. I remember us sitting on the porch, and I said, I got a problem because these people are just jerks. Like, so I asked a question on it, and I said, what are the best sellers? Again, I'm in it. My business was selling and marketing, so I wanted to know what the easiest way to do was. Like, what do I need to start with? Didn't get a right answer. Or I didn't get an answer. I got a none of your business. I got, how about you just order what you want? I got, I was new and I don't think I said something correctly, and I can't remember what that was. But I got something on the lines of, if you don't know what you're talking about, you have no business doing it, or something. Which is kind of true. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Like, I get it, but you gotta learn, right? It was just the way it was treated. So we're on the porch, and I'm getting upset. And I'm just like, people shouldn't feel like crap asking a question. Like, it just really gets under my skin. And I know that sometimes I might get the same question over and over and over, and I get it, but it is not their fault. They just haven't heard. So it was just driving me crazy. So I was sitting on the porch. I said, you know what? I want to start a Facebook group. And she goes, how do you do that? And I was like, I have no idea, but I want to do it. And she's like, for what? And I said, for Quail. And she goes, honey, you don't know anything about Quail. I said, well, I mean, yeah, you have to do it, but I want you to do it. And she's like, I don't want to. I was like, yeah, I want to. And she's like, but you don't know anything. I was like, I get that. We don't have to keep talking about that. And so we came to a compromise that I would study and try to learn every day for a certain amount of time, and that we would sit down every night on the porch, and she would go through the page and answer any questions. And I would not answer anything until I was for sure I knew the answer, which I feel like is a good compromise. So we started the Newbie Quail Lovers Facebook group on Facebook. And, you'll get your people that might not be very friendly on there. But overall, it's a really good group. We've got almost 12,000 people. You're going to get some people that kind of are just hateful. But overall, we don't really have that. It's a great group. It's a lot of people. And when we started, that was my big thing. Like, hey, this is Newbie Quail Lovers. So no one has to feel bad. No one has to feel dumb. Ask your questions, and so on and so forth. And it took off. And we had a ton of fun doing it. I hope I'm not boring you. I'm very sorry. A lot of people ask about the history or how we get started, and so I'm trying to tell you. Anyways, so we had a lot of fun doing it. We said, we did polls, like what's your favorite color? How long have you been raising quail? We did polls of how many quail you have, how many years you've been doing it. I don't know if I said that or not. We did a lot of fun polls. We did giveaways. We had a lot of fun doing it. A lot of fun. And so it just kind of took off, and I don't know, maybe a year went by. Can't remember. And I'm working in the quail barn, and now at this point in time, I'm pretty much feeding and watering all day. Not all day, every day. Much more involved. I'm much more knowledgeable. It's amazing if you just throw yourself into it, how much you can learn in a year. It is phenomenal. I started getting much more involved, and I remember feeding. And it was late at night. It was the second time we were feeding for the day, because we feed twice a day. And I was pushing the feed in and filling up, and it hit me like a bunch of, just a ton of bricks. And I went, oh my gosh. The success is letting everybody else be successful. That's the whole purpose. If you help everyone else be heard and get answers to their questions, and if you can help them be more successful in what they want to do, you'll be more successful. I don't know, it was just epiphany. Obviously, it's common sense, and I think we all know it, but it just, I don't know. Something in that moment, like, just clicked for me. And I went, gosh, should have thought about this a long time ago. So that's why I started the YouTube channel. Also, at that point in time, which is not now, I mean, you can see a lot of people's setups now. A lot of people are more open. But back then, you couldn't get information from breeders. Like, you have no idea what their setups are. You had no idea how many quail they had. You had no idea what feeders they used, or what feed they had, or what feed they used, or how many they did per cage. Like, breeders would not tell you that back in the day. Like, there was no, like, the mindset way back in the day in the Coturnix world was they don't need to know, they just need to buy, they'll figure it out. And I thought, yeah, but if we are open and transparent, they can see what we're doing and they can build on it and make it better, or use what would work for them, and then they'll be more successful. And then if they're more successful, they need more eggs, and then I'll get the business that way. And then if they're successful, they're going to make someone else successful, and then they'll let somebody else know that they should start with Coturnix, and then it's a cycle, you know. It's just a cycle. And I thought, well, so we started the YouTube channel, and we did this, and we did this, and we, you know. So that's where our mindset now is that, and that is kind of why we do everything that we do. That's why we try to be as transparent as possible. That's why we do the live video every week. That's why we do videos. Because to be honest with you, it ain't my thing. I'm not a big video person. I'm not a big high-tech person. To be honest with you, my comfortability is taking care of the quail and shipping out, you know, business-wise. But you know, this is what we need. You know, we need, as a whole, we need to all be successful, and with a lot of luck and a ton of hard work, and by the grace of God, you know, Jenna and myself and Papa have made a very successful business, and I would be terrified that we would lose it all if we didn't try to help other people do the same thing. Like, I feel like this is giving back for what you guys have allowed us to do. So that's pretty much how we started, when I got involved, and where our mindset is as far as how we run the business. So, you know, saying it, not as interesting as it was in my head. I'm really gonna have to work on that. I think I'm gonna practice the stories before I say them, and then I can determine whether they're worth saying, because that might have been rough. And I saw a lot of people left. Like, a lot of people were like, peace. All right. I'm just taking my time, aren't I? All right, I'm gonna try to answer your questions super fast to get caught up. So if you have questions, ask now. Don't try to make your own feed. You will spend double or triple the money. I agree 100%. Hi, from Minnesota. Welcome. Thank you. Do you give farm tours? I'm moving back to Ohio soon. We have in the past. We are not currently, mainly because we are MPIP, and they have strongly encouraged us to not let people in the barn, just because we ship all over the U.S. If something happens, or if they put restrictions on things, and they find out, or we tell them, or whatever, that somebody that might have, you know, if someone comes in here and then tells me a week later that they tested positive for COVID, I would be obligated to tell the MPIP people, and then it would not be good for anybody. So right now we don't do farm tours. We try to be as transparent as possible on here. Once all this stuff is over, then yes, we will be more than happy to do farm tours. Very good question. Chris, my next eggs are going to be from you. Thanks. The farmer I got my first batch from is not MPIP certified. Well, that's okay. That's okay. MPIP's I mean, if you bought him in state, then he doesn't need to be MPIP. That's all right. But thank you for trying us out. Do you find any relationship to hatch rate to larger egg or smaller egg? Seems more of my larger eggs are the ones that tend to not be fertile hatch. Yes. The larger the egg, the harder it is to hatch. The easiest way, and people are going to disagree, but this is just the way I look at it. The larger the egg, the more humidity you need to soften the egg, because that's why they hatch out. You increase the humidity at lockdown so that you soften the egg so they are strong enough to break out of the egg, right? We all agree with that. Now, if you've got this big of an egg and you've got this big of an egg, it's going to take more humidity for this egg to soften than this egg. So sometimes, in my experience, I might have written it down a couple times. I haven't done a ton of research. It's just what I noticed. But typically they hatch out late. And the fertility is lower. So yeah, I would agree. I live on Long Island. It's pretty crowded. My yard is about 40 feet by 20. I have a flock of 13 hens. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Quail are easier than you think. Don't overthink it. Absolutely no greater words have been said tonight. I wish I could talk like that. That's great. That's great. Congratulations, and I'm glad you are on your way. Ronald from Finger Lakes, New York. Welcome. Kiki says I use a little giant still air incubator. There you go. That's perfect. Kiki is on Backyard Chicken, and she's on Newbie. She's pretty all over the place, really. She's very helpful. Yeah, I mean, she'll be more than happy to help you out. I know, Kiki, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you spend more time helping on Backyard Chicken website than you do Facebook. But yeah, you can find her on either one, and she's very helpful. So she's got a lot of experience with the Little Giant. Somebody asked earlier what I thought about the Little Giant, and I don't have an opinion. So Brad says just got a LG, and it doesn't take a little time to set up. My first time using it. There you go. Nope, not towards me. Sexton Outdoors says hello from Eastern Kentucky. Expecting jumbo Egyptians and pearls Monday from you guys. Awesome, good luck, and keep us posted. Kiki says I'm always available to help advice on... She's always faster than I am. Like, she always responds before I get to it. Thanks, Kiki. Sexton Outdoors says, got white wings hatching today. Awesome, good luck. Samantha says, yes, they did. Should see them Tuesday. Excited and can't wait. They are for my daughter's birthday. Awesome. That is wonderful. Can I pre-order? We do not pre-order just because... a couple different reasons. I don't like to pre-order. One, because I don't want someone spending their money weeks and weeks in advance because I feel bad. Number two, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, we're pretty consistent here, but God, you never know. You just don't. You never know what happens. So no, I don't. I only like to go 2 weeks out. I feel very comfortable with that. I feel that it's fair for you guys. I don't feel overwhelmed, so I only do 2 weeks out. Long story short. I would go into it more, but I've talked way too long already, and you guys have asked questions that I have not gotten to. Let's see. Hi from the Bronx. A lot of New Yorkers here tonight representing. Thanks for the speedy delivery. Wonderful job. Can you use reptile infrared lights for brooder? Thank you. I believe you can. I believe you can. I think that there's one kind you can't, but I cannot remember. Long story short, well, honestly, what I would do is watch our hatching process playlist on our YouTube channel. Make sure that everything's going smoothly, and then you'll be able to tell, but I'm pretty sure you can. Stevens Homestead says, how hard was it to get MPIP certified? Not hard at all. Varies state from state, but pretty much you just sign up on a waiting list. They come out, they test your birds, then they do 2 tests. One you know right away, the other one they send away for, and then that's it. You pay the fee, and that's pretty much it. They come out. If you're MPIP, they come out once a year. If you're MPIP and AI Clean, they come out twice a year. They usually come out 3 times a year for us because of biosecurity and things like that we try to go above and beyond for. But yeah, pretty easy. Um, not towards me, not towards me. Jamie says, my last hatch was 81.4%. I will write that down. If you're still on, if I didn't bore you and you got off, Jamie Kreider, if you could let me know what you ordered, that would be helpful. Okay. Kiki says, never put hatching eggs in water. Never. Yeah, that's not my opinion. That's just don't ever do that. Ever. Now, a lot of people do the float test before they incubate. All right, well, I don't like it and I don't agree with it, but whatever. But putting them into the water during incubation will destroy your hatch rate, to be honest. Harold says, I think Attorney's Corner has a couple of videos on the Little Giant Incubator. Oh, well, there you go. Perfect. Kiki hatches dry. I have 100% hatches. Very cool. There you go. Zach, thanks for the 110 jumbo eggs. It took 3 tabletop incubators, fit all of them in 5 days and counting. Wonderful. Good luck and keep me posted. Michael says, great point, Zach. It's important to be able to exchange ideas and even disagree without meaning we are enemies. Different ideas are important. I completely agree. David Gilmore, so I should stop licking all my quail eggs. I mean, that, again, we can agree to disagree. If you want to lick your quail eggs, that is completely up to you. I wouldn't, but, you know, do what you want. EA says, if you weren't here for that, I made a dumb joke about licking quail eggs, you know. I don't know. My jokes aren't that funny. Anyways, he was making a better joke from my joke. Always happens. Anyways, EA, put nail polish on hairline cracked. I have heard that before. I've never done that, but I have heard that. Could you email me when you get... Oh, Terry Attorney's Corner. Not talk to me. No sound, but then we got it back. Hi, Zach. I can say the word, but I choose not to. Follow-up question. Any update on the pizza oven video? Need some guidance and ideas? Oh, dear. I've completely forgot about it. I will get with him tomorrow. I don't know. He promised it was done 2 weeks ago. Maybe we just do another video. I'll work on it this week. I'm very sorry. I was not part of that, and I was not part of the video. Mainly, if it doesn't have to do with quail, I'm not very involved very much. So I apologize. A lot of people responded to hearing me, so thank you very much for your help. David, Zach, how is being soda-free going? Not great. A lot of anger. Chest hurts. My brain feels like it's going to explode. And that was on day 1. And so from future things that I've decided to not do anymore, cold turkey has never done well for me. It is always a slow process. It's kind of like the baby step process. And when I see me hitting goals, I get more and more motivated. So usually, and this is sad, usually I have about 4 of these a day. Or something like this, like coffee, Mountain Dew, a Coke, just crap. I just have crap all the time. And this is my first one today, and I didn't have any yesterday, which is why I did one today, because I was not going to get on here tonight because I was in such a bad mood. And I'm like, all right, this is not working. It's so better than what you would think. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Wow, that sun's starting to really hit me. So much for quitting soda. Thanks, Katernik's Corner. Hilltop says, look like he's starting later on that one. Hopefully I answered it. Sorry. Hi, everyone from Moscow, Idaho. I did not know there was a Moscow, Idaho. Pretty cool. Sorry I'm late in the introductions. Not a problem. Thank you for joining, and I'm sorry I'm taking so long to get to your questions. I feel really bad. I feel like if any of you have any idea or, ideas would be the right answer, or right term there. If any of you guys have an idea, because I feel like I ramble on a lot, and then I feel really bad and guilty because really you just got on here to ask a question. and then I bore the crap out of you, and then it takes me 45 minutes to get to your question, and by that time you're either gone or don't care anymore. So if anyone has better ideas, that'd be great, because I feel like I bore the crap out of everybody. Anyways, let's see. Better late than never. Southern Indiana in the house. Tanya's in the house. She is also doing an interview with Katernik's Corner. Sorry. Terry just texted me and it came up on my phone, and then I started reading that, and multitasking is not my thing. But Tanya will be on there. I don't know what day. I think he's already posted it, but that'll be very exciting. She does her quail in Indiana in an aviary, so she will be able to give you much better information on that, so that's great. Chris says, I'm setting up a cage in my garage. The only natural light will be from small windows at top of garage door. Should I use a full spectrum light bulb for my quail? How much light will they need? They need 16 to 18 hours of light a day, and full spectrum would be fine. Daylight would be fine. Yeah, they just need 16 to 18 hours of light a day. Good luck. Florida, let's see, DV Vales, Florida's in the house. He says that I'm the Quail King, which I appreciate, disagree with, but appreciate. Wow, that sun is right in my eyes. Let's try to do this. Sorry. All right, all right, so I loved this story. Thanks, thank you. Great story, actually, wonderful. What did you work in? I was a general manager. That was pretty much my job. You know, restaurants. I ran a jewelry store for a while. I guess I was there for a lot longer than I thought. Yeah. I was a GM for a retail business for a long time, majority of it. And then I wanted out because it was just, retail is rough, and it's always super important, and it's right now that it's got to get done, and blah, blah, blah. And so I decided to take a restaurant position, which is stressful in a different sort of way. And then when I left the restaurant is when I started here full time. Buster, very interesting story. Thanks. When is Jenna going to come tell us hi during a live? Yeah, that's never going to happen. She does not like the camera. I don't know why. I think she's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, she won't. That's not going to happen, ever. I did get her to do a video once that we posted years ago, and she got so nervous that after the video, she developed a rash on her arms and her chest that she was so nervous. She didn't even talk in it. She was just standing there. That was the agreement. All right, what about if you just stand there and I'll introduce you, and I'll introduce Papa, and then me and him will talk. And she did it. She was a trooper, but she doesn't like it. I always dry hatch. It works for me, but most are horrified. I get great hatch rates in the UK. Yeah, again, it just depends on what works for everybody. Like, I want to hear it. Oh, that must be before we got the 90 likes. If you put a Tibetan male over Egyptian female, what would you get? Put a Tibetan male over an Egyptian female. Egyptian, Tibetan, Rosetta, Scarlet. That'd be about it. The main trusted sources I've been using to learn about raising quail is MyShire Farm and Katernik's Corner. Thank you, Zach and Terry. Wonderful. I'm glad that we are helping. Homestead Heart from George is in the house. That is not towards me. North Carolina loves MyShire. Thank you very much. That is awesome. Santee, South Carolina's in the house. Let's see. David from Michigan's in the house. Jody from Iowa. A lot of Iowa tonight. I pushed the like button for you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Jamie says, what do you think about blue scale quail? I have 11 in incubator now, 5 days till lockdown. I have never had blue scale quail. I know it's hard for me to say. Yeah, I've never had them, so I don't have a lot of information about it. Good question, though. I know a lot of people like them. Zach, when's the next giveaway? Don't know yet. Long story short is website's number one. So I want everything on there, majority stuff on there. Then eBay, then auction sites, and then we'll do a giveaway. And right now I haven't been able to do auctions because we're backed up on orders. So as soon as we don't get backed up, then I will be happy to do another one. I love the color. Thank you. We got 19 out of 30. Absolutely wonderful. Samantha, if you're still on, can you let me know what you ordered? I know you got 19 out of 30, which is great. Congratulations. What do you sell? Hi, do you sell Celadon hatching eggs? We do not. We have them. We're working on them, but I take a lot of breaks because I'm not a big fan of them. Jim says, if I have 10 females and 3 males, would you put them in one cage together or split them up? I'd put them in one cage. When would you be able to sell Celadon hatching eggs? I have no idea. If you're wanting Celadons, I would suggest going somewhere else, to be honest with you. Because I get distracted with the Celadons. I work on them and they frustrate me, and then, you know, you don't know if you made progress until forever, and I don't have the patience. So then I get caught, you know, so then I'm like, well, you know what, I'm really close to the white wings and I'm really close to the pansy fees. Let me work on those. And now I've got another jumbo, and I'm like, well, I'm getting really close to that one, so let's get this. And so I always put it on the back burner because I don't know. Do you think it's true on selecting the most rounded eggs are females and pointed eggs are males? Saw a guy on YouTube, he says 100% guarantee to hatch only females for more production. No, that is a lie or misconception or misunderstanding. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about or why they would say that. Maybe it was just a fluke or luck or whatever, but no, that's not true at all. I live, but even I don't start my farm. Oh, good job. 75 out of 119 jumbos hatched this week, all healthy and strong. Thank you, MyShire. That is wonderful. Congratulations. Again, I am very sorry for taking so long. I feel really bad, like I do every week. I think that sun has moved. So I will be back to my comfortable position. Jumbo Wilds. Got that. All right. Not talk to me. Zach, give me a moment. Going to weigh a 5-week-old jumbo. All right, very cool. Good luck. Heather Cole, thanks to Jenna and Zach for a great business. I'm sure we are all so thankful for them and all they have brought to us. Thank you very much. Very, very kind of you to say. I have no idea why I don't know why that was so hard for me to read. I can't comprehend that, but that was very nice. Thank you very much. With selective breeding, how long do you wait putting the same hen with different roosters between breedings? With selective breeding, how long do you wait putting the same hen with different roosters? I don't do that. I've heard a lot of people say a lot of different numbers, so I can't really speak to that, but I don't really do that. So I'm sorry. Katurnix Corner, love your video. Oh, not talking to me. Jumbo hen, 5 weeks old. Holy cow. 5 weeks old, 9.2 ounces. Holy crap. Verna, that is awesome. Congratulations. That is wonderful. Are those from the ones that I sent you not too long ago? That is great. Whether they're mine or not, that's phenomenal. Great job. And I have sold 25 dozen eggs. That is great. Good job. Congratulations. Shane, I appreciate it. I am new in between you and Katurnix Corner. My wife and I have learned a lot in a short few weeks. Wonderful. I know that is both Terry and I's goals, so that is great, and congratulations and good luck. You're not giving yourself credit. Excellent stories. Great with hosting these videos Q&A. Nobody would be here if you weren't. Thank you very much. I don't do well with compliments, and people are different. You know, some people need to see the good to be encouraged, which sometimes is true with me, but as far as when I talk to myself, which I do a lot more than I probably should, to be honest with you, but I work alone a lot, so I can justify that. Anyways, I typically really try to find what I did wrong to improve it. That's just how I improve. So it's hard for me to take compliments but anyways, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Harold says, if they left because of your story, it's their loss. Thank you very much. Some people leave. I mean, we're at 75 minutes. I get it. I'm not taking it personally. But thank you. What's the smallest stable breeding population without causing inbreeding issues? That is a very hard question to answer. That's a very hard question to answer. 5. 4 hens and 1 male. And you could do it. Just takes you a long time, and it depends on what you want to do. Master Soup. Very cool. I like the name. I'm worried the oyster shells will be too large. What would you recommend to supplement calcium? I can't get a game bird layer feed in my area, so I've been mixing all my flock with game bird grower. So if you go to the feed store, well, at least my feed store, everywhere is different. If you go to the feed store, you can buy a crumbled calcium, or you can put them in a blender and grind up the said calcium, would be my 2 suggestions. I hope that helps. Hello from Kosovo. Cool. Very cool. Hello from the Caribbean. Love your startup story. Yeah, I could have done better. How did you build your brooder water? I know it's a jar and something in PVC on the inside. I want to build one this week. We no longer do that. Pop is not too happy about it. But long term, it was kind of like the conveyors. And long term, it just wasn't worth it. So we just use, honestly, we use waters that we buy from Tractor Supply, to be honest with you. What we use just didn't work. Master Soup, if you're still on, if I did not bore you, Hilltop Outdoors answered your question. I found powdered oyster shell on Amazon, mixes easily with the feed as well. There you go. Robert says hello, welcome. Lily from Southern California, welcome. Jamie, I know you have a lot of comments. What do you think about blue scale quail? I know you have a lot of comments. I really don't know much about them, unfortunately. I just don't know much about them. I'm sorry. But if somebody has blue scale quail, feel free to let me know, or let them know, comment back, and feel free to post on the Newbie Quail Lover site, MyShire Farm. Nope. The Newbie Quail Lover site on Facebook, and I'm sure you would get a lot of answers that way. But unfortunately, I've just never raised them. Rich says, I grow all types of birds. Lost my female pheasant. If someone has one, have about 60 quail. There you go. Some bartering going on. How hot is too hot for quail? It's really not. Quail are raised all around the world. Inside, outside, Alaska to Texas, and everywhere in between. They're very adaptable. About hatching layer eggs, you mentioned that the humidity should be higher. How about dipping the eggs in warm water at the start of lockdown while keeping humidity high? What do you think? I would not do that, but it's an idea, and you could try it. I wouldn't suggest it. What is normally a black colored looking chick with white around the eyes? Also, what is the chick that hatches with tan spots on its back only? We got your 240 auction win. I can tell these 2 from you. Yeah, it could be a bunch of stuff. It could be a Graufi. If I had to guess, I guess I would say the black one would be a Graufi. It could be a tuxedo. The tan spots on its back could be an autumn amber. I don't know. Sorry. Again, those would probably be about 5 to 7 days, and you'll be able to tell. It was your select order. Thank you. I have 40 quail, 20 males and 20 females. Should I have 10 males? We recommend 3.5 quail per square foot is what we recommend. So if you have multiple cages, 3 to 4 quail. If you've got one large colony cage that they're all together, I would do 3.5 quail per square foot, and I would do a 5 to 1 ratio is what I would do. So 5 hens to every 1 male is what we recommend. Lily says, you mentioned in your you mentioned in your All About SSC video that to get silver and gold, breed light silver with Manchurian. Why not light silver and Italian? You can. That's fine too. I need to change my posting name to Dixie Delight Quail Farm. There you go. I have one question. Why am I dying quail 5 for a week? What? I have one question. Why am I dying quail 5 for a week? Your quail are dying? I don't know the answer to that. It could be a whole lot of stuff. It could be age, it could be weather, it could be predator, it could be feed, it could be a lot of issues. I'm sorry. I would need a lot more information on that. Doug from New Mexico joined late, so we'll catch the replay for the beginning. Thank you very much. Verna says with 20 hens, you only need 5 males. Yeah, sounds about right. Maybe 6. I like 5, but maybe 6. Brew some honey and green tea. It will help your gut and get the cat from... No, there you go. Thanks for the tip. What population I need for sustainable breeding? Again, that really depends on what you're trying to do. We don't sell anything less than 25 eggs at a time. And with that, you could do quite a bit of work. Okay, not to me. How do I get my quail eggs stronger? Well, Verna says, what do you mean eggs stronger? The shells are very thin. Well, then that would be a calcium issue. So you would want more calcium. Verna says, this is normal, the membrane... Oh, well. Yeah, if the outside of the egg is very, very weak, I would increase the calcium, and that should help. I recommend 3.5 quail, 3.5% calcium. Thank you. What do you think is the best kind of incubator? Yeah. Oh, well, Verna's responding. Thank you very much. Adam says, how many quail do I need? Oh, yeah, I just answered that. So there you go. I mean, you asked before I answered, so I get it. Samantha says, jumbo white wings. Thank you very much. Robert says, thank you. SSCs will be arriving on the 4th. Wonderful. Out of the 20 females, I only get 5 to 6 eggs a day. Could be a light issue. Could be a lot of issues. The females are 10 weeks old. I would say it's either a feed or a light issue. Hi, Zach from Arizona. How hard is it to tell if your eggs are fertile before incubation? I'm really... Well, you can't, in my opinion. I don't think you can. I would put them in, and I candle once when I put them into lockdown, is what I do. I assume that I'm going to get an 85% fertility rate. So if I want to hatch out 85 chicks, I put in 100 eggs. So I'm going to assume that some of them are not going to hatch or not be fertile. And then I candle on lockdown, is what I do. What's the minimum? Okay, oh, you asked that after. Yeah, I had already answered it. Love you guys. Thanks for all the time you spend sharing your knowledge. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope it helps. They were your eggs, Jumbo Wilds. Oh, on the 9.2 ounce 5-week-old. That is phenomenal. That's awesome. I really would love to know how big they are when they're 10 weeks old. I want all the information. Like, I want to know when they start laying. I want to know how big they are at 10 weeks old. But you are doing awesome. So that's great, Verna. Congratulations. Master Soup says putting 480 eggs on lockdown tonight. It's been really hot, so I'm hoping the temp in my garage didn't destroy my hatch rate. I'm sure they will be fine. Good luck, and I hope it goes well for you. Sorry about the repeat. Oh, it's not a problem. Thank you very much. Currently feeding game bird feed. Currently feeding game bird is what's safe for quail. I have no idea. Soot safe for quail. I would doubt it, but I don't know that. If somebody has that answer, they can comment, but I have no idea. How is the Celadon program doing? Not great. I don't know. I kind of dropped the ball on it. Probably could have been done 2 years ago, but I keep putting stuff in front of it because it just takes so long, and they're so annoying. And you know, you got to have the right male, and you got to have all these small little groups of cages, and I get sidetracked with new colors and jumbos, and so we still got them, but not great. I would love everyone to order from us. I'd love everyone to support us by hitting the like button and by going to our website and ordering eggs. But for Celadons, I would recommend going somewhere else because I'm just not going to have them for a while. In fact, if anyone has a good source for Celadons, I would be happy to recommend you. I would need to talk to you and get some information and things like that. But yeah, I'm just not going to have them for a while. Robert, what is the rarest colors? Pansy Fee, Growl, White Wing Pharaoh, Charcoal Silvers on the SSC. Those are probably the most rare. Pansies. I'll stop there. Zach, it could be my secret feed. It could be your secret feed. I'm going to choose to take a little bit of the credit and say that genetics play a part. But to be honest with you, at 9.2 ounces at 5 weeks old, has a lot to do with what you're doing. I really appreciate answering, not a problem. It's the first time using the live chat. Well, welcome. Thank you very much for showing up. Can you have chicken with quail? We don't recommend you put anything with the quail. We recommend that the quails keep completely separate from everything else. I know some people put bob whites with quails and they love it. I know some people have quails and turkeys and chickens and everything together, and that's completely okay as well. We just don't do that. So if you're, not talking to me again. A lot of communication with you guys, which is great. That's great. So I put in 26 eggs in the incubator on the 20th at 10 p.m. Do I count as the first day? Day one is the day you put them in. So please take this the right way. And this is not directed towards one person. It's directed to. This is to help. If you are new, or you are trying to learn more about the processes of quail, then, check out the Turnix Corner. They have a lot of great videos. I'm not trying to just promote myself. There's a lot of great people out there. What I'm saying is I feel that I've really tried to put together some very good videos for you on our YouTube channel, and I've tried to organize them for you. So again, you may not know anything about this, but if you go to our YouTube channel, MyShire Farm, and you go to the tab that says playlist, under that is a bunch of different playlists. There is a Papa Builder of things, and there is how he built the feeder and how he built a cage and how he, tours of what he's built and things like that. There is All About Colors, which is going in depth about each color that we carry. And then there's something called the hatching process. And that goes step by step during the whole hatching process. When to put them into lockdown, when to candle, when to do everything, how we do everything, what you can expect, the results that you should get. And again, I'm not like, obviously I want the YouTube channel to grow. Obviously, you know, I want the likes and all that, you know, but all that aside, I swear, I am not doing these videos to get likes. I promise. I really, honestly am doing these videos to really try to help you. Now, there's a lot of benefits of doing that, such as the likes, such as the advertisement, such as blah, blah, blah. But really, it's not worth it to me. What's worth it to me is trying to help you become successful. So, if you do have questions like that, I really suggest just take, I don't know, they're like 5 to 10 minutes long. Take an hour. I know a lot of people don't have an hour to spend. A lot of people just, I get it. But take the time, go to the playlist, and I really think that would help a lot of people. Okay. Sorry. So we should expect jumbo celadons from you in a few months. Absolutely. Sorry about texting during the stream and distracting you. It's not a problem. I just can't multitask. It's my problem. I had 4 hens and 1 male in one cage, 5 hens and 2 males in another. I combined the 2 cages and 9 hens and 3 males in a single 2x3 cage. They are laying almost daily, but stopped since the switch. That will happen. That is normal. When you move them, when you change their environment, they will stress, and when they stress, they stop laying. I know this is really long. I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate, truly, honestly, deeply, the support for clicking in, watching, hitting the thumbs up. I can't express it. But I am going to tell you something that might be a little controversial, which, to be honest, I feel like I have been a lot more controversial tonight than what I usually am. So I apologize. I'm going to blame it on the caffeine. I don't think that's what it is, but whatever. Anyways, there's 2 main patterns. I just don't want to offend people. I really want them to hear what I have to say, so that's my problem. I'm going to ask you to hit the like button before I say this, because I might say this all wrong. But hit the like button, support our channel, I appreciate it. Thank you. Going forward, there's 2 main issues with raising quail. It seems as though that a bunch of people overstress and overthink, and there's really no reason to do that. Now, I'm not saying that that's easy, and I love the thought behind it. I would assume that the reason why people overthink and stress out is because they just want it to go well. And that is wonderful. But enjoy it. Sometimes stop. Just stop and go, you know what? It's going to be okay. Like, obviously we all want good hatches, right? If we get a bad hatch, let's try to take the approach of learning from it. You know? Now, obviously, I'm talking, like, if you don't get a good hatch from us, then, you know, obviously we need to communicate and talk, right? Which you can text me. Texting is obviously much better for me. I never have my phone, like, I have my phone on me a lot of the time, but I can't answer my phone a lot because I'm doing stuff. I'm feeding, I'm watering, I'm collecting eggs, I'm driving, you know, like, I just can't answer the phone a lot. Texting, I can get to whenever I'm done. So texting would be better for me, to be honest. But, getting off track. Long story, what I'm trying to say, yeah, it's not going great. Long story, what I'm trying to say is, let's say you hatch out your own eggs. It could be very disappointing if you don't get a good hatch. I get that. I've had plenty of disappointments, plenty of failures, but don't get discouraged. Because I can try to help you on your journey as much as I want, as much as I can. And Katernik's Corner can do amazing videos as much as they can. And we can help a lot. But there's some things you just gotta learn on your own. You know, you just got to experience. So try to remember to not take it so serious and try to just enjoy the process. And when things go wrong, remember it can either be a character building moment, a learning experience, or it can be a failure. Which one do you choose? Same thing, just which way you're going to look at it. Do you want it to be a character building moment? Do you want it to be an opportunity to learn? Or do you want it to be a failure? And that's just how we got to look at it. So, going forward, don't overthink things. Don't stress out. I'm not saying don't get answers. That's not what this rant's about. But don't overstress. So, if they're not laying, it's okay. That is normal. When they stress out, the biggest thing with Quail is stability. So if you change their feed, if you move them, if you add them to cages, if you put new quail in, if you, anything that changes them, if you forget to turn the lights on one day, if you turn the lights off, or if you leave them on for 2 days, or whatever, any change in their normal situation, they stress. When they stress, they're not productive. So takes about 2 weeks. It's okay. It's normal. Very good question, though. It's been 7 days. When do I get... Yep, just answered it. You got time. I'd give them another week. I would probably throw some electrolytes in there, just because I like electrolytes. But yeah, no worries. Don't worry. Zach, how do you slice and dice your cucumbers when feeding them? Honestly, I just break them in half and then slice them so in quarters. So break it in half, slice it down the middle, and then you've got 4. And so that's what I do. Got a purple looking egg from Jumbo Wilds I got from you a while back. Cool. When you move quail to a new cage, it'll take up to 2. Oh, Verna Young, she's all over it. That is wonderful. People learning and trying to help. Thank you very much, Verna. The playlists are great. Watch them all. Thank you very much, Katernik's Corner. Not talking to me. All right. Can you get MPIP certified raising quail in a suburban backyard? Yes. Every state is different. Some people are not doing the MPIP right now. Some people are really backed up. Some people you can get in right away, or some states, not people. So I would just check your local thing. How's the caffeine? No caffeine going? Well, it's improving. I'll say that. I had to close out my YouTube app and lost chat history. Sorry if I already asked this. If I did, skip and I'll check the replay. Looks like YouTube is removing my question. Awesome. No idea why. I'll tell you. I'll text you. Okay. Sorry. I was going to say, I don't think I missed any. Really good advice. Once I stopped stressing, I started enjoying just watching the birds with no expectation, just joy and research. Absolutely. I mean, I'm telling you, I cannot express enough. You will learn more when you start enjoying the ride rather than stressing. Here's a fun fact I learned this week that no one else is going to care about, but if your heart rate is over 92 beats per minute, you have a 10% chance of making a good decision. I don't know if that's true, but it's a statistic. I read it, multiple sources. Someone said it that I trusted as well, so I'm going to believe it. So I went to the gym 2 days ago, and I decided to get on the treadmill, and I saw that they had the little heart thing, or heartbeats per minute, and I'm like, oh great, I want to see what I'm at, see how upset I have to get before I have to be like, ah! And yeah, my heartbeat is 88 beats per minute, so I have like 4 beats before I start making really bad decisions all the time. So that's not great. But the reason I said that is because, obviously the more overwhelmed we get, the more stressed we get, the more we look at it negatively. And I promise your journey with Caternix Quail or whatever in life will be so much better, and you will learn and enjoy so much more if you try to enjoy the process. So that's my advice for the day. Verna Young is on fire tonight. Looks like, oh, I already answered. Everyone, the reason why Zach asked for likes is because YouTube will show this video and the suggested videos more often. This helps him with his mission of helping people like you and me. Yes, that's pretty much exactly why. Thanks. I feel like I should be a better talker sometimes. But yeah, listen to him. Let's see. Hello, I'm getting ready to start this hobby. However, I have a lot of snakes in my area. What do you think is the best way to keep snakes away from coils? You need a very secure cage. I would say there's no reason to have a 1/4 by 1/4 on the sides. Yeah, just a very secure area. We have ours inside. We have a couple gardener snakes around here, but nothing that gets inside. Nothing. I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with it. Just make sure that they feel safe. That's your focus, and you'll just have to work backwards from there on how to do that. But if somebody has suggestions on that, then feel free to let them know. What if you're just out of shape and it's always over 90? Yeah, that could be it as well. Well, I'm going to be honest. 88 beats per minute is pretty high and quite alarming, to be honest with you. Like, I know I'm high stressed anyway. High blood pressure runs in the family, like, really bad. So, yeah, I'm going to have to start doing better, which is why this is going away. Trying to improve. But yeah, that 88 is a little alarming, scary. But yeah, he told me, I was talking to him this week, and he's like, yeah, well, you know, the research says that it's 92 beats per minute, and you have a 10% chance of making a good decision. And I said, what? He goes, yeah. When you get really upset and really flustered, then you release something, I forget, some sort of hormone and something else. I don't know. He's a doctor. He was talking all doctorish. And he's like, yeah, your body releases this stuff, and your brain moves, which I love talking about stuff like that. But your brain moves from the logical part to the emotional part, because your heart goes, oh, like, it could be anything. It could be, I'm overwhelmed in the barn and I've got too much to do or whatever. But once you get to that heartbeat, then your brain kind of goes, okay, you just need to protect yourself, and you just need to, and so logic kind of goes out the window a little bit. And so I just thought that was really interesting, and I told a lot of people about it, and I thought it was really cool. And then I went to the gym the next day, and usually I just lift and try to work on the guns. I just like to be active, to be honest with you. I just like to go do that. It's fun for me. I do different stuff all the time. Anyways, that's not the point. I went, and I'm not a big cardio guy, but I decided, I never do cardio, and I feel like that's kind of important, and starting to, gain some weight, and whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I just decided to get on there. Haven't been on there, I don't think, ever. And then I saw the little thing. It was like, check your heartbeat before you start, and then check it when you're done and see how well you did and whatever. So I was like, cool. And then it was 88, and I was like, ooh, I'm completely calm right now. Like, I drove and then walked in. Like, I'm not even, oh no. So that was kind of scary. And then it said that my heartbeat got up to 148. And I'm like, wow. So anyways, I'm going to go tomorrow and test it on a different machine. I'm going to hope that it was the machine. Moving on. 88 beats per minute. That's the caffeine. Trust me, and the headaches will go away in 5 days if you could. Yeah. Yeah, the caffeine's got to stop. Absolutely, I agree. The headache is gone completely right now. I've had a headache all day. Had that little short Mountain Dew. I decided to get the small bottles rather than the 20 ounces. And I'm only going to have one day for a week, and then I'm going to go to one every other day. And then, by the end of August, I'll be done. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. So that's the goal. When will you be able to sell Celadons? We will not be selling Celadons. I apologize. Not for a long time. Can you feed wheat fodder to quail? I have never done it. I have no idea. But if somebody has experience, feel free to respond back to Radium AZ. Hilltop Outdoors not saying you're out of shape, just meant in general. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Val said, Verna, we need secret feed recipe. Yeah, you could, I don't know. Oh, well, there you go. Verna says, Val's Homestead, email her, and she'll give it to you. Great. Captain Kirk, I love it. Absolutely love it. Today is the day my 100 eggs I got from you going to lockdown. Any advice on this first time ever? Super excited. Plus arrived great and nicely packed. Thank you for the best. Thank you very much. Good luck. I hope to hear from you to let you know, or to let me know how it went. And if it is your very first one, and if you have not done that, I would strongly recommend you go on to our YouTube channel, MyShire Farm, which I don't know if you're on. I think you're on already. I'm not too sure. But the third tab over, I'm looking at it right now, the third tab over says playlist. If you go to the playlist, there is a playlist on there called The Hatching Process. There's 5 videos. Maybe 40 minutes of your time. I think that would give you a lot more information, knowledge, and confidence. So I would highly recommend to do that. And then also frequently asked questions. There's some good ideas in there as well. So that would be my advice. In your SSC video, you said breed silver hen to Manchurian Italian wild male. Does silver male to other hens work the same way? Can you breed silver for size? Yes, and yes. You usually get better results when you don't use silver hens, but you can, or silver males, but you can use silver males. Typically you get better results using silver hens, which is why I said that. And you can breed silver for size, yes. How do you collect the eggs for the rare variety package? Do you have a cage with rare varieties in there, or pick eggs from each rare variety cage and you make the rare variety package? A little bit of both. I do have a rare variety cage. Sometimes we oversell, so I go to the individual cages. And typically I get 3 or 4 out of each one. It just depends on what I have available. But I try to give at least 5 or 6 different options. So, I'll go to the Fab Fees and grab some pearls, snowies, growls, and I just get a couple of each. But I do have a cage of rares. It just depends on if I've already used those for the day or not. Very good question. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that before. Will do. Thank you very much. That's from Val to Verna. Verna, you've been probably more help than I have tonight, to be honest. So thank you. All right. I think that is it. Thank you, everybody, for hanging in there. I don't know why I talked for so long. I hope that you were able to stay to answer hear the answers to the questions. I hope I could help. Remember, this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be back at 7 p.m. And we will be doing a couple videos this week on the All About Colors playlist. So watch that. Support the channel. Hit the like button. Thank you very much for supporting us. We really appreciate it. And thank you. So we will see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. Stay safe and good luck. Thanks.